Well, hello everyone. First, I'm going to start with my name. My name is Albert Cigarroa, but I go by Albert. Um, just a little information about myself. I have 2 semesters left before I finish with my criminal justice degree. Um, my work history, I worked for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for 5 years, and I've been employed with the Bureau of Prisons for 6 years now, since 2011. Um, Working in law enforcement, it's a lot of give and take, and it's a lot of stress on your family and on your home life. It's not a normal job where you work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. A lot of times we work weekends, we work holidays. I've missed birthday parties, I've missed Halloween parties, I've missed Christmases. We've had to have Thanksgivings on Mondays because I have to work that day. So it's a lot of give and take, and my kids are, my family's somewhat used to it. But I think they're getting older now. They start asking, hey Dad, why do you have to go to work at night? And I always tell them, you have to go to college because you don't want to leave your family at night. You don't want to have to work at night. You want to have that nice, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, normal type job. Um, it's hectic. My schedule is pretty hectic. I work at night. Um, when I'm not studying or I'm trying to sleep, or my life pretty much revolves around my kids and the house. My wife works during the day, I work at night, so it's kind of, I get home in the morning and it's like, tag, you're it. It's pretty tough, but I'm hoping with this degree it'll open up some new doors for me. I would like to wake up late on a Saturday for once. you know um, well, I'm gonna go into the 3 things that I chose that describe me. The first, I'm gonna show you some pictures of my kids. So this is our oldest, this is our middle child, and then this is our baby. Of all these 3, this one is the crazy one. She's insane. And then this one, he's real loving. And then Zoe, she really helps us a lot. She's really helped us a lot. Um, my son recently just started wrestling, and one thing that I find funny is his shoes. I also coach his wrestling team as well, so I see him, on the mat, and he's trying. He gives his effort, and it's a tough sport, and I got my daughter into it as well. And as you can see, their toes, from when they're on the mat wrestling, it makes me proud, to see them putting effort like that at such a young age. And I hope that it carries through to their, young adult life and their adult life and things like that. Another thing, this sweater, and it's old. It says UTEP Miners. There was one day we were in J.C. Penney, and they had college sweaters. So I bought one for me and my wife. And my son tells me, "Oh, Dad, is that where you go to school?" My wife had been after me, since she graduated. She graduated from UTEP a couple of years back, but she had been after me to go back to school. And I always told her, "No, I don't want to go back to school. School's boring," or I'm not really a school person. But at that point when he asked me, I realized that it was an important part in his life, because I guess it was setting the example that, "Oh, Dad, you went to college." So I couldn't tell him no. And my wife put me on the spot, so I ended up enrolling, and here I am. 3 years later, I'm almost done. Kind of nervous, but here's another thing they made for me one year on Father's Day. This is my oldest, well, obviously my middle child, and then this is my baby. So I thought that was pretty cool, because it says, "I'm lucky as can be, the best daddy in the world belongs to me." Of all the jobs that I've had and all the things that I've been, the roles that I've played, being a dad is one that I feel that you can never be perfect at. Like, as a parent, you can always improve, but it's one that, it's rewarding and it's hectic. I'm sure many of you have kids, and that's why we're, taking these online classes, and it's hectic. It's from one, boom, 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 boom. We're going here. We go to practice. We got to go do homework. We got to start dinner. We got to shower. The goal is to have them in bed by 8:30. and I usually miss it by 30 minutes. We're usually putting them down by 9 o'clock, but um, you know, just our life, mine and my wife's, like it revolves around our kids. So, you know, the three things that I chose naturally are, you know, they're family orientated. Um, Here's some more pictures. This is my wife with her baby. These are my parents. This is my wife again. She's really been the one that's pushed me, you know, to go to school and to finish. So many times I wanted to quit. Just making this video, I wanted to quit. I feel awkward. I never take selfies as it is, and now here I am looking at a camera trying to give a speech. But I look forward to working with you guys in this class, and I look forward to learning a lot. You know, and it's kind of awkward because in the prison, Bejarano works with me, actually. We're coworkers, and he could tell you, you know, in the prison, there's times where we have to get up, you know, between 300 inmates plus, and we have to give them direction, or we have to tell them, we have to make announcements, or, you know, and it's funny because I kind of explain it to people like, well, you kind of put on a mask, you know, like you know, I can talk to a room full of inmates. I could talk to a room full of, you know, civilian visitors, no problem. But to make a video, you know, it's kind of awkward. So I'm hoping this class will help me break out of that, and I'll learn some skills that'll carry over instead of, you know, this is the third time that I record this video. The first two times were like, hi. So I look forward to working with you guys, and that's my video.